Now the question arises that how organizer is so specialized. It means how it has the potential to direct the entire embryo. And the answer lies in the expression of specific set of genes. These genes they are generally the part of homeobox family. The homeobox genes are the evolutionary conserved class of transcriptional factor that are key regulators of development, having the different processes just like specification, patterning and differentiation. As we all know that what are gene expressions. So these are the nucleic acid, this is the DNA, over which the specific genes are there. Then there is formation of mRNA there, and from this mRNA there is formation of, or there is expression of specific set of proteins. So this entire process is called as gene expression, in which the information encoded in this gene is come out in the form of either mRNA or protein. So among these two or three specific genes are vitally important here. The first one is Gus-Cold, Cordine and Nogin. So the function of Gus-Cold is to highlight the anterior structure. Just like in an embryo, the anterior structures, the pharyngeal, endoderm, then the head mesoderm and notochord. So all these structures, they will define the anterior structure of body. Means wherever the Gus-Cold get expressed, that particular area will develop the anterior structure. On other hand, there present a Cordine and Nogin that are the antagonist of BMP4. BMP4 means bone morphological protein 4. So this BMP4 is defining the posterior structure. So there are two things happens. The expression of Gus-Cold means the highlighting of anterior structure and repression of the posterior structures. So here we can see when one gene is there, the gene structure has been shown where the promoter region is there, and once the transcriptional factors are the structure which recruit the RNA polymerase there. So they will recruit specific RNA polymerase there, and due to that the transcription occurs. So once the transcription occurs, then the mRNA, over that particular mRNA there is synthesis of protein occurs, and that is how the gene expression take place. So the expression of beta catenin is having a very vital role in this axis formation process. So beta catenin is a multifunctional protein that act as a anchor for cell membrane cadering, which is having very important role there. But this protein is also having function as a nuclear transcriptional factor. It acts as a transcriptional factor, and it has found that this beta catenin begins to accumulate in the dorsal region of egg, during the cytoplasmic movement of fertilization. So beta catenin continues to accumulate preferentially at a dorsal side throughout the early cleavage, and this accumulation can be clearly observed in this dorsal cell. Now this beta catenin is necessary for forming the dorsal axis, since the many experiments have been carried out that demonstrates that the depletion of beta catenin results in lack of dorsal structure formation. So the question arises that how beta catenin become specifically localized in the future dorsal side of the blastula, and it has been they experimentally proven that it synthesized throughout this blastula initially, but later on only localized to a particular portion. Now the degraded beta catenin is here, means there is no beta catenin present and it remained present, it accumulated only in this future dorsal side. So it has been found that the GSK3 glycogen synthase kinase 3 is a potent degrader of beta catenin, means wherever this GSK3 is present, beta catenin will be degraded, and where GSK3 is not, the beta catenin get accumulated. So what prevents beta catenin from undergoing degradation? And that is D shell. So when this D shell is present, D shell prevent GSK3 from degrading beta catenin. You are getting? Beta catenin present initially throughout this blastula, but later on all area except this dorsal region express GSK3 glycogen synthase kinase 3, so that this GSK3 degrade the beta catenin present here. So only when the D shell is present here, so D shell blocks the activity of GSK3, and due to that the beta catenin is accumulated there. So where the D shell is present, so this is the basic structure diagram that tells us where actually the D shell protein is present. So this is the sperm entry point, and at the vegetal most cells they are having the accumulation of this D shell protein, but we require this D shell protein in this area, which is going to be the future dorsal side. So the sperm entry triggers a very important moment there, and that is nothing but the cortical reaction. So the counterclockwise 30-degree rotation of this cortical membranes, and due to that the structure or the proteins present here, this D shell protein, they are also rotated by 30 degree, and due to that that is a microtubule assisted moment, and due to that they are traveled and settled in this region. Now in this region there present one more protein, that is GBP. So this is glycogen synthase kinase 1 binding protein. So this GBP and DSH, now they form a complex, and that complex is now resistant for activity of GSK. So now GSK3 cannot degrade that beta catenin, and that is how the beta catenin is get accumulated in this area. So once the beta catenin is accumulated here, now we already said that beta catenin act as a nuclear transcriptional factor. Transcriptional factors are those proteins which recruit RNA polymerase, which specifically brings RNA polymerase and bring about transcription. So this beta catenin, it act as a transcriptional factor for this Symoids gene. So due to that the Symoids gene get transcribed and translate into a Symoids protein. Now this Symoids protein again act as a transcriptional factor for goosecoid genes, and thereafter there is formation of goosecoid protein, and we already discussed that wherever the goosecoid protein is formed, that area is destined to become the anterior structure, and that is how the area of accumulation of this beta catenin, it activates Symoids. Symoids activate guscoid, and guscoid defines that this is the area of anterior side, and that is how the dorsoventral axis is specified. Along with that, there is formation of other genes also. So this beta catenin is said to be activate these nodal related genes. So nodal related genes are again the different type of genes, and their expression ultimately that present here quite high in a higher amount, and that activates the cells present in this area, and that is how the organizer gets its specific properties. Now the question arises that whether organizer itself having the ability to organize the embryo, or somebody else that gives the ability.